guys, welcome back to our movie review for Joker, the Folie, or whatever, the Deux.
What's it mean, madness of two or something?
Yeah, madness for two, exactly, boy. And basically, we've been hearing stories left and right, like this is the worst piece of hot garbage out there right now. And could we blame them? Yes or no? It just depends. But of course, we're going to give you our opinions. We wanted to, to make sure that it's coming from us, not like from other people's, like because they all watched it and they know what it is. But since we watched it, we gave it a chance because not a lot of people are going to this movie. Apparently, if you just heard about the news that I just saw, apparently Morbius made a lot more money in the box office in the opening than Joker.
Yeah, I heard they have not made any money. They would need like another 100 mil or like 100 mil just to break. Because I think it's reported it took 200 million.
Yeah, exactly. And maybe it will beat it eventually, Morbius, but it just can't stop being Morb or something. I don't know. It just couldn't. And it's pretty shocking, to be honest, because this is a movie that its predecessor, it basically made $1 billion, and all of a sudden this one came out and it just flopped really badly. And this is the worst thing that I ever seen for a very long time. This is basically going to be studied by film, film classes, just to do what not to do, basically. Like, this is what you're not supposed to do for a sequel. And basically, Joaquin Phoenix, he broke his oath.
What do you mean?
Like, he doesn't do sequels.
Oh, really?
And he broke it for this. I wonder why. Because of the money, the moolah, or basically he just wanted to do a Joker 2. We just don't know. It's got to be the moolah. Yeah, but basically this is what we're going to tell you honestly, that from me at least, it's not good. This is a very bad film. It is the worst DC film that most people seen, and I think I could agree with them. For a very long time. This is one of the worst DC. Do you hear that even James Gunn is trying to stay away from this too? It's like, no. It's not part of our universe. Or it's not part of my universe. The director's, what's his director's name?
Todd Phillips?
Todd Phillips movie. It's him. It's a solo film. He's not coming to this universe.
It's always been Black Label.
Yeah, I know, but he is going really hard combating it. Like, we have nothing to do with this.
Yeah.
So he's staying away from this very, very far away from it. And that's a good thing, too. So obviously the DC Universe wanted to win, and this is definitely not a win. This is a setback. And now it's up to James Gunn to bring back the DC Universe if he actually can. But to be honest, everybody hates this. It's going to be one of the biggest flops ever. But is the music good? Well, we'll see. How about you, boy? What do you think of the music? What do you think of this film in general?
You can give it to Ocean real fast while I do this research.
Oh, yeah, go ahead, Ocean.
I wanted to find out how much it had, or got in the box office.
The music isn't good. It seems like it's really embarrassed to be a musical, because I don't know why they would market it as a musical if they know that musicals don't do well. I like musicals. Usually people will try to hide that it's a musical and then have it be musical, but they didn't hide it. And then they were also too shy in the movie to be a musical, which was really weird. Music was not it.
Not it.
It's not.
It's just kind of sad because musicals can be really good, and now people are just going to hate musicals even more because we're like in a musical hating era right now. Like, everyone hates musicals, and it just doesn't help the case. It's just all the musical numbers are pretty boring. Some of them are colored pretty well, like they reminded me of La La Land. Some of them with the vibrant colors and the primary colors. But yeah, overall, like as a whole, the movie was a bit boring, but I did like the ending. So that's my general thoughts.
All right, boy, go ahead.
So, okay, apparently the movie cost 200 million to make,
not including the
yeah. But
I
guess from what a couple articles are saying that it made 40 million so far. A lot of people are saying that a lot of people didn't show up for this movie. It seems like a lot of people waited for reviews for this movie.
Well, people didn't show up because people don't show up for musicals. That's why you shouldn't market it as a musical.
I mean, it's...
And then be a bad musical.
I was about to say, yeah. So far, I'm agreeing with everybody here, especially mainly the music is probably the biggest thing I have the issue with. I mean, like she said, it was marketed as a musical, had no good music, was boring as a musical, I thought, except the only thing that really popped out were the colors. And, like, it's a shame because the trailers looked really good.
Yeah,
I
like
thought.
where it shows like the maybe two musical pieces that look pretty, but they're not good musically. But like the musicals don't involve like everyone in the movie. It's like they're like hiding it. It's like they're so scared. It's just Harley and Joker.
Like, exactly, it felt like they were whispering it, which is, I'm sure you know, like, I don't know,
it's yeah.
they didn't feel like it wasn't a musical. They should have not made it a musical, I guess.
They could have.
They
made
could
it a
have.
musical
No, I
if it
agree with
was
you.
better.
I think it would have been awesome if it was actually a more well done musical.
Yeah.
I just don't know what happened along the way or with the writing, but like I mentioned, they didn't show that one scene with them with Lady Gaga and Joker. Remember,
There
if you
was
see the trailer,
a few scenes, yeah, where she's
Like-
pregnant on the stairs. Then the one where she's in the elevator
like,
and her hair's already cut.
you know, when they're kicking and celebrating
Yeah.
in the courtroom in the trailers, and they're walking down the steps together, like all happy and stuff like that. That wasn't in the film.
Well, it's because I'll
was
tell you a little bit after.
Okay.
alternate ending, I think. I
Alternate
didn't watch
ending?
that video
Yeah.
yet.
Yeah, I
That's
can
what it
believe
was.
it. Okay,
Yeah.
I did not know that actually. I did not know that.
I didn't look at it yet.
Yeah, because I even asked about that, and I didn't even know. But I'm very curious about that ending, actually. Very, very, very curious. But as far as, like, you know, the acting, I thought the acting was great. As far as well you could get, you know. Lady Gaga, I thought she was fine as this different Harley Quinn. I mean, different from Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn, at least. Because this is a whole... I don't see this as really a DC film. I just see it with DC characters.
It's not.
Yeah.
No, it's not even Joker.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's not even DC characters.
I know, but it's
yeah.
labeled as
Yeah.
DC characters. I do like that it's a different whole take on this. I do like that it's darker, it's more realistic. But as for the film, I thought it was boring, and like I felt like the courtroom scene, at least with the Joker wearing makeup, was just because they wanted him to have makeup at a certain point, you know, to actually show him instead of the musicals.
It was so dumb.
Because only the musicals had him looking like Joker. And I feel like they put those musicals there just for he could have the makeup and be dressed up as Joker. Because, like, if you're being realistic, like, really? Like, he's wearing makeup during his own, like, hearing and stuff like that. I was like, all right, that's ridiculous. I mean, it's maybe a chuckle in the film, but I'm like, all right, it's like adding a comedy in a serious moment like Marvel does and stuff. It felt like that to me. But it could have been something really, really good, I think, but it fell flat.
I don't know. For me, it's one of those things that I guess you were playing with fire and you think you're, you know, fireproof and you end up burning yourself. I don't think so. This is one of the films that I think it was the most disappointing film of this whole year. Hands down. Everybody was so excited to see this film.
No
and
one was
people,
excited.
No, actually.
No.
No one wanted.
Everybody was
They were
excited.
excited when it was announced.
No.
It was, but when
But
actually,
everyone
no, she's
saw it as a
right.
musical, and everyone
the-
didn't.
They
Look,
didn't
see it.
announce it as a musical.
Look,
first.
look,
No,
look,
but the
look.
trailer.
Look,
Yeah.
look,
Oh.
look. So, so basically, yes. When people first heard about the musical stuff, like about the singing, people were kind of like, really? Why a musical? I was one of those people. Why a musical?
I was excited. Actually.
I did not feel it. I felt like this movie shouldn't even be a musical at all. But guess what? My nightmares came true. It became a trash musical. It wanted to be a musical. It wanted to be artsy.
I mean,
It wanted to be. And it failed miserably. It failed one of the worst things I could ever imagine to happen to one of the best characters out there in the DC universe. A Joker. Like, he made a good Joker, but he just completely destroyed the character again.
wait.
The way you're reacting about the Joker, who's not actually the real Joker, is like how the Joker fans in the movie react when he doesn't want to be the Joker, which is very funny to me.
What? It's look, if you're coming in to expect the Joker that does, you know, like dynamites and be like the mastermind that he is, this ain't the Joker of that. It's definitely a Joker that is just like a down to earth Joker, that he has been broken by society. He's been again because it looks
Yeah.
like
That was the first one, though.
Exactly.
It's the point
Like,
of the movies. It's about the social system, and they're using DC characters as a platform to say that.
So,
So this is-
specifically, Batman's characters are always the one that are more interesting for that because they're all like have mental problems.
yeah.
That's why I think Joker, if they picked out of everyone of Batman people, right?
Yeah.
If they pick fucking the Penguin, people aren't gonna watch that as much as the Joker.
I heard the Penguin's doing really good in the TV show. So.
What? I heard the opposite at first, but
Really? No,
yeah.
people love it.
I heard the opposite too, but I want to see it.
Continue.
So, but basically, I think this is a crime. This is something that they shouldn't done. They're just retelling the story again. Because apparently in the first one, you kind of have this speculation that you could keep seeing this movie, like saying, like, is this actually happening for real? Maybe it's just his imagination, but it's confirmed that he actually did all these things. Like, it is just, Joker is not really real. It's just a pathetic man who just didn't want to take on society. And if basically,
Pathetic. That's so
Okay, no,
fucked
yeah,
up.
I'm sorry. I do have to. That is,
Wow.
he like already came as a young boy.
yeah.
Came from a terrible background.
No, he did. It's just the problem is, it's just when he first put on the makeup, nobody cared until I put on the mask like that. Basically, he finally accepted what he was going to become. He was, as Arthur, he was just not the person that would take on society until he finally put on the makeup, which is Joker, and he became a different person, which he was confident and ready, and he was taking on everybody.
The problem is that there was backlash when he became the Joker.
Oh, yeah.
He literally killed Murray. There was riots all over Gotham that was caused from him, basically.
Yeah. But that's a good thing about what that Joker did, because he was more confident in himself and he just embraced
He's
it.
confident, but he's not equipped. So there was no way that he could fulfill the Joker.
Everything he was doing was having consequences.
Oh, of
Throughout the
course.
whole film, in the first and in the second one.
That's why it kind of did it more like a celebrity for this one around. But that's the thing. It's like the first one, it was just an example. Like, was it all in his head or not? That's why you could look at the film like in the first one like for multiple times. That's why a lot of people went to go see it like as like a second time, a third one, and going like, is he imagining all this or did this really happen? But now it's since it's confirmed, it kind of just like, yeah, it did happen.
That's not why I like the original one. I don't look into movies as mysteries. I look into them as what they're trying to say in the actions or in how they're showing the...
Well, this one for sure was clear what it wanted to
did.
say about, the social and the way they're treated.
Yeah, so in that way, he's kind of retelling the same story, and he's really setting like what he was trying to say in the first movie, which is what I think his goal was, since a lot of people misunderstood the first one and thought he was like some sort of hero and looking up to him, which was honestly like such a small subsection of people, the like like chronically online people, but
It's just
he just wanted to like make sure
if you go back to 2019, you literally have people saying this is literally me. That's where the memes came from. It's like, really? That is not really you.
Well, of course not. It's just
I know, but like people
imagination,
they feel a connection with the character, the writing and stuff like that. It's like, yeah, society's an ass and stuff like that, but the way you're gonna go out and say this is you and stuff like that.
Say, I don't mind if people go like, yeah, this is me, because it's just an imaginary stuff, People love like many characters. Like, they love Superman, they love Batman. People go out and say, I'm Batman, but they're not actually Batman fighting crime. It's just an imaginary thing that people actually like these characters because it feels real for them. That's why they love them. That's why it's one of those characters that you could, I wouldn't say idolize, but kind of feel like, you want to be in their shoes, but you don't. But obviously, yeah, this is a bad film, nonetheless. And the music sucks. I'm going to say that.
That was the worst thing.
It was really bad.
the worst part was the courtroom.
Which was the whole movie.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was
It
really
was
bad.
dumb. the things that they were saying, and when he started defending himself, I'm like, oh, okay. There's like no point in watching this because it's literally like one brain cell courtroom banter, and
He literally said, "Don't turn this into a circus." It was already a circus.
It was, but no, yeah. But I guess he was trying to just, I guess, put fear into him. Like, don't do it, or else, whatever. He didn't care.
Yeah.
But either way, yeah, it was really terrible. It's bad. The musical sucks. I would say Joaquin Phoenix still plays a really good Joker. I don't think, he didn't go above and beyond. I think he played this exact same character, but he goddamn commits. Look at his body, like
Yeah.
like he put like that much strain to it. But but he did. And Lady Gaga, I think she was okay as a different kind of Harley Quinn. I'm like, sure, but to be honest, man,
I felt like, okay, so what Ocean said about Harley Quinn with the ending would have been more interesting, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's just one of those movies that I just wish they didn't went this route. But of course, it's just some guy, Todd Phillips, that really wanted to create something very different. And guess what? You succeeded. Instead of making something beautiful art and put it, in a wall, he more likely just spread his cheeks and let out a big dumpy and then walked out of the room because he is completely done with the DC universe. Like, he was just a...
It's not the DCU, but yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, well, no. He actually said, I'm done with the DC
Warner
universe.
Brothers, I guess.
You can't... Yeah, it's still DC. So.
Well, they wouldn't even give him a chance after this anyways.
I wouldn't.
I know they won't.
Probably. But yeah.
I mean, even though I feel like it'd be interesting if he did different characters.
No, I think he would have done better if it was just a one send-off and that's it.
Yeah,
if he wouldn't continue.
But
Warner Brothers
convinced him.
Yeah, Warner Brothers wanted it.
He wanted to do the Joker originally versus this one. I don't think he really wanted to do.
Yeah, but either way, he left a dookie that smelled pretty bad, and it's in the theaters now, and it's gonna stink. So no one is going to go see a smelly movie that even the characters can't basically, like big names like Lady Gaga could bring in like fans to come over here and see it. It's impossible. Like, it's already making it, it's already like there's already headlines like nobody's barely even going to the films anymore for this.
It's already not going to make its money back or break even.
No, of course not. So I could see why it's bad. And people shouldn't go see this. Not even the streaming service. I'm going to go ahead and rate it right now. It is definitely a goddamn my first one because it's so disappointing. And if I was hoping, and I love musicals. I like to get that out of the way. I love musicals a lot. I love like The Greatest Showman. That's one of the best musicals that I've seen for a while. But I just wish it could have been more. I just wish he could have done it better, but it just did not succeed. So this is definitely an F for me. This is one of the worst things I saw, and the conclusion to this was ass. I'm sorry. It just didn't work for me. It took a couple of security guards to set him up straight. And break the curse.
They literally killed the guy who was idolizing him.
And I don't care. That was dumb. And there's reasons why people are pissed off about
it's
that.
It's a realistic take. That's the problem.
We'll talk about it more in spoilers. So yeah. All right, go ahead, boy.
Probably just give it probably just a D+. It wasn't the worst. I mean, I still hate Argyle more. Argyle sucked, dude. Argyle's like,
out of here. I'd rather see Argyle.
No, dude, Argyle was trash.
Nah, I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm sorry. This was better than Argyle. At least
if you're
it had better acting.
If you're smoking something right now, you better
it had a more believable story than fucking Argyle.
You better share whatever you're smoking.
I'm telling you what I'm sharing, brother. No. And this was at least better than that. Yeah. And it was and this is a poor excuse for a musical, and I still think it was better than Argyle. Yeah. But that's luckily wasn't full musical. I mean, it had a shit ton, unfortunately, or not good ones. But
we're gonna build
the acting was good.
We're gonna build a mountain.
Wait, okay, that one's really bad. I don't want to talk about that one.
Yeah,
but I will go with the D+.
All right. How about you?
Yeah, I'm not sure if they were quoting like old musicals with that. I'm not sure. It was pretty boring throughout. It had its seeds in there. It had the same general ideas. All the characters stayed pretty much the same from the original. But I did like the ending. I liked the message of the ending. I thought that really saved it for me. There was a couple things I was like maybe excited would have happened in the ending, but it ended up being a lot bleaker than I was hoping for. But again, that's realistic, and I respected that. And yeah, so I'd give it a C. I've seen a lot of terrible movies. This was okay, but pretty boring mostly, but it had a good ending. So.
All right. Well, there you have it. So obviously we're gonna go into spoilers and tell you what the fuck they fucked up with, like a lot of it. But either that, thank you guys for listening, and we will see you guys in the next movie review.